Hello and welcome to Baz tutorial number 20. Um, Today I'm going to be doing some pitch correction, which implies the use of two things. One's a pitch tracker, so it can track the pitch of incoming audio, and the other thing is some kind of pitch shifter, which we're going to use something that's built into Max. But for the first thing, which is the pitch tracker, we're going to need to go and find an external object called fiddle. So the first thing I'm going to do to find fiddle is I'm going to go into Google here. I'm sure you all know where Google is, and I'm going to go and look up something called fiddle with the name of the person who designed the fiddle object, called Miller Puckett. So P-U-C-K-E-T-T-E, fiddle, and there'll be a fiddle object waiting for us somewhere very close to the top of this list, which it is at the top of the list. Maximus P externals in there. And I'm going to download this version here because that's what I'm running, is OS X, and so I will just save link as, right click on that and save it as. I'll put it somewhere where I'll know where to find it, down here in my YouTube video folder. Alright, so there's my saving that. If you're on a PC, this link obviously won't work for you. And I actually only just realized that the link that he gives on the bottom of the page that says Windows version of Fiddle and Bonk, please see external objects for Maximus P. If you look here, it says object not found. Okay, so trying that again instead. Let's try, for you people who are on a PC, Maximus P, what did we say, Fiddle and Windows. Obviously a few people looking for that. First one is the link we were just at, and the next one says Fiddle for Windows, which is on the Cycling 74 forums, and someone kindly placed that up there on the forums for us to download. Brendan McCloskey, many thanks to you for putting that out there. I can save this one as whatever. We'll try that. If that doesn't work, since I'm not on a PC at the moment and can't really test it right now, let me know and I'll put a link up on YouTube for where you can find a fiddle for Windows that works. Okay, once we've downloaded that object, you probably want to go and install it, because when you download external objects, you'll find that the external object could be almost anywhere. It needs to be installed. It's not almost anywhere, it's wherever you downloaded it. And here's where I downloaded mine. If I unzip that, which is just a question of clicking on it, double clicking, you'll find that with all external objects you'll generally have at least two items to play with. One is the help object, which we normally see in all of the Max objects by you doing that alt-clicking action to open up the help patch. And the other one is the object itself. You can go play with the source code if you want to make some changes to the object. The normal thing to do would be to put this, there's two places you could put this. First, you could put it in the same folder as the patcher that you're working on, which would be good, especially if you're going to move your patch onto other machines, or send it to friends or whatever, so that people can use it without downloading the external themselves. If it's already in the folder that your patch is in, then that should work fine. And otherwise you would want to, I guess a lot of people would put this down in, this computer is kind of disorganized, put it down into your Max folder, which is here, Max 5, Cycling 74, and since it's an MSP external, we could put it in the MSP externals, and we could put the help into the MSP help here. Anyway, you just copy them over into those folders, or if you're like me and you just want to have a quick crack at it, I'm just going to place this in my into this folder here. I can put the help in there. I don't need to look at the help today. Anyway, the fiddle object is one that I use a lot It's hours and hours of fun. So now it's in the same folder as where I'm going to save my Untitled Chapter. Maybe I'll save that there already so that I know that it's going to be able to find the object. So we're going to call this pitch tracker, sure. No, that's right, pitch correction. That's correction, pitch correction, yes. Alright, now if I just create a new object, N, on my keyboard, I should be able to type the word fiddle into here, and there we go. It's got something came up, and I can tell that because it got a complaint here in the Max window. It says out of memory. Yeah, so the out of memory thing is just because we didn't put any arguments in the fiddle tilde object. Normally I suppose you wouldn't instantiate the object without some kind of arguments. 2048, the first number you'd put into fiddle would be the size of the FFT analysis, which if we could follow anything about FFT, we would know that the larger that number is, the higher the resolution in the frequency analysis, and also the greater the latency, if that matters to you. The next number would be the number of outlets we want for the pitch and amplitude tracking, because fiddle does amplitude as well as pitch tracking. And the next two numbers would be the number of analyses. It spits out a frequency amplitude pairs out of its last outlet. I don't really care, I'm not going to use them, but I'll take 20 of them anyway, just for the fun of it, because I can. Okay, so we've instantiated the object, and once we've instantiated it, it all comes up looking like it might work. You'll notice that the outlets of fiddle don't actually have any kind of help to them. That's kind of nice of Miller and his friends. Miller is the true genius behind Max, and I would never say anything to you know, to hurt his reputation as a genius, that is. Let's just put in an easy DAC here, hook it up to the fiddle, so you can just have a look at what the fiddle does. I'm also going to take a float, F on my keyboard, so I can just look at this. This first outlet here is our pitch tracking outlet, and all of these others. This is where the big frequency amplitude pairs come out of that last one, as I said. And if we turn our DAC on, our ADC on, we'll notice we've got some numbers coming out here. Whoa, yes, and these should correspond to some kind of MIDI value, which would be, yes, it's a MIDI note. So you know, if you like working in the world of MIDI, so instead of using frequency as a output for the pitch tracker, which Miller could have easily done that. In fact, probably this has been changed to MIDI internally. We have this nice midified output here, so we could do all sorts of things. I could do, you know, what, let's say, just test this, something to play around with. Let's make a new object called make note. I hardly ever use MIDI, but when I do, I have hours of fun. 127 velocity and 100 duration, and I'll make a note out object. You don't have to follow this. This is just for the fun of showing how this MIDI stuff from fiddle works. And if we stick this in here, we should be hearing the notes according to what I sing. Oh, oh. Alright, fine. Okay, now we have that hanging MIDI note forever.